You know, in this market right now, Steve, there's a tremendous amount of agents who are just very passionate about the industry. They went out and got their license. They did some business during the boom times, but now things are a little tough for them. Some of them taking a second job just to kind of make ends meet. So we call those the part-time agents. So kind of give me your thoughts on part-time agents, and should they be in the business, and if they are in the business, how should they be effectively planning their future as a part-time agent?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. I mean, this is, I sometimes wake up in the day and after I get in talking to people, I say, ooh, this is a brutal market. I mean, I've used those words. I go right from saying it's a brutal market to it's also a market full of opportunity. And I go right down the hallway and I talk to someone who's full of excitement about the opportunities in the world. But it is tough out there. I'm not going to try and gloss over and be Pollyanna that it's not tough. And so that has challenged many, many agents. And as hard as they try and the deals aren't going together and the short sales aren't coming to pass and their income is dramatically down, they have to do what they have to do to feed their families. And some people have gotten second and third jobs. But their passion and their heart really is in the real estate business. However, hopefully that is a short-lived situation. I do believe, as most other real estate professionals believe, this has to be a full-time professional business that we have full-time professionals working in. And if someone's commitment is just to try and get back on track for a little bit until they get some income in their pocket and they get back on track doing transactions, great. But I don't believe that this kind of a market, this day and age, is a time and place for people to be doing this part-time. It's hard enough for people that are doing it full-time. I have people that are doing this 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, and their income is in half or it's a third. And so they are just having a very difficult time sometimes staying focused. I have other agents that are doing double and triple the business they used to do because they have found a way to reinvent themselves, and they're focusing on business differently than they used to. But part-time is tough. I'm not a big fan of ongoing part-time. However, that being said, full caveat, I started in the business part-time. I was in the hotel restaurant business, and I edged out of the hotel industry, and for 3 to 6 months, I worked selling nights and weekends, doing open houses until I got my first leads and I closed some transactions, and it helped me transition out of my current profession, my past profession, into my current profession. So had I not done part-time, I would be sitting here talking to you today. But that cannot be your long-term plan, and it cannot be what our industry is about. Our industry has gotten a bad rap in previous history, and even more so as of late, with the mortgage meltdowns and the mortgage fraud and realtors that have been part of that. So we have a long way to go polishing up our reputation as an industry, polishing up what we do for the consumer. And as tough as this business is right now, this is a perfect time for us to reinvent ourselves and show the value as to what we do for the buyers and sellers in this market. Because in this market, we earn every penny that we're making, every single penny, and they know it. And they have not known it ever before like they know it now. And so being part-time is a challenge in my mind for long-term periods of time.
And say someone is planning on that journey of 6 months because they are going to do exactly what you just said.
Right.
Should their tools be set up any different as far as internet, CRM, or contact management and website and lead generation as one that is a full-time agent?
Well, probably so. What's great about certain technology platforms you can go in and adjust in your administrative files about how leads are flowing or what emails are being reported to. So if you have another part-time job, and let's say you're working at Nordstrom's, you have shifts that you work Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you're not actually able to respond to the client, you better make sure you have a system as a backup plan, whether you have someone backing you up if your phone is ringing or if you're getting email leads or internet hits, if you can go in and turn those leads to someone else. So it's almost like call forwarding your telephone. So you can call forward your cell phone. You can also have certain platforms set up that you can call forward that information so that at least the consumer is getting responded to by a competent professional, and those are some things you might want to do differently. You also probably want to realize that the budget that you have, I mean, if you're out working a part-time job, you may not have the budgets to invest that you would if you were a full-time agent. So it is the chicken or the egg thing, and I can't answer those questions for people, but I can answer the question that if you are going to do that, you better make sure you have a plan that someone's holding you accountable to, and that you have an agreement with your broker or your manager that this is an acceptable practice. What's happening is agents are going in and they're doing part-time, and they're not telling their brokers, and they're not telling them their situation, and they're losing trust and respect each other without even knowing it. So have someone involved in your situation, have someone hold you accountable to what it is you say you're going to do, and make sure when you say it's going to be 30 days or 90 days or 120 days that it really is, and that you have someone making sure that that faucet is getting turned off at the proper time.